Mobile television production facilities for this broadcast are made possible by a grant from Walmart. Walmart, with their location on the White Horse Pike in Summerdale.
Senior number 14, King Kenter.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Sterling High School for today's matchup between the Sterling Knights, coming in at 1-3, going against the Bishop Eustace Crusaders. There you look at the Colonial Liberty standings. Haddonfield at the top at 4-0, followed by Haddon Township, Haddon Heights, West Deptford. They're Sterling at 1-3, 1-3 also overall, and Collingswood rounding out the pack. In the Olympic National, you see Camden Catholic at the top, followed by Paul Six. There's Eustace right there at 3-2. Then Woodrow Wilson, Cherry Hill West, and Camden at the bottom. Look at the two teams here. Again, Sterling's fifth in Colonial Liberty. Scoring, and this has been a problem, scoring only 34 points a game, giving up 48 points a game. Mackenzie McDonald, the freshman, scored 7 points a game. Bridget Dixon, also a freshman, at 7 points. Tatiana Johnson at 7, and Tori Wilsey at 5 points a game. Eustace, 3-2, third in the Olympic National, scores 49 points a game, gives up 40. Katie Kepter is their leading scorer, 14 points a game, followed by Ashley Weldy, Carly Serlenga, and Ava Swallow. Now you look at the last three meetings. Eustace won 53-30 on the 18th of January 2018. Then back in 2016, Sterling won 47-37. There you see some of our coaches in there in the scoring column. And then back in 2014, Sterling won 53-29, and there's another coach right now, Jordan Wallace, getting 14 points in that game. And there you look at the game history overall with both teams. Sterling at 287 and 102, Eustace at 184 and 140. Sterling leads the series 4-2. Eustace won the last meeting in 2018. Sterling last one against Eustace in 2016. And the keys to the game is team defense, help defense, limit turnovers, and having a great attitude and effort, which these Sterling girls usually have. So they're going to need it today.
McDonald back the other way. Over to the freshman, Bridget Dixon.
Eustace in a man defense right now.
Looking down low. Johnson in trouble, double teamed. Kicks it out. Dixon. Tops. And just a little too strong there. And the rebound into the arms of Ava Swallow, the junior.
Guys, you can see earlier on, it's going to be a challenge to go down to Johnson where they have her covered from behind. They also front her, so you're going to have to get the ball to the right spot. Down in the low post to Tatiana Johnson.
Good look down low to try and find Weldy. She can't convert. Still looking for the game's first basket, just under a minute into this contest. And that's going to be a foul. A little too aggressive there for Ava Swallow, the junior. She's going to pick up her first.
That's going to be in a reach foul. Sterling, again, still in the JV game, got to take advantage with these fouls, and sometimes they did, sometimes they didn't.
Dixon in the backcourt off the inbound.
Yeah, that's a good smart play by Dixon, sensing that she was close to the line, not to get control of it and get a backcourt, waiting to regain control when she went in the backcourt.
Franklin tries to find McDonald. She cannot. Goes off the fingertips. Good idea, though, by Franklin. I think she thought about that a little bit too late there, Schulze.
Yeah, it's good to see Kayla Franklin back in the lineup, somebody who sees the floor very well, and Sterling definitely needs somebody like that.
Eustace now with a long three by Kempter's no good, and Sterling tries to save it, goes off of Franklin. And it will stay Eustace basketball. That should have been Sterling's ball there, but a little confusion there on the loose ball. Weldy again leaves it short. Another offensive rebound for the Crusaders.
Eustace right now very patient in her half-court set.
Weldy has her pass deflected away, and here comes the freshman. Bridget Dixon looks up ahead for Tori Wills. He puts it up, cannot convert. Rebound to Kempter.
Well, good job of Sterling defensively. You've seen it a couple times, cutting off the passing lanes, getting the turnover, just not able to finish on the other end.
Eustace.
Weldy, long three, leaves that short. Another offensive rebound by Serlenga and a foul. The offensive, Sterling really struggling with the rebounds early here in this first period.
And you can see Eustace is going to try to hit from the outside, drawing that defense out. And that can open up some opportunities for Eustace down in the low post.
Serlenga to the line. Converts the first for the game's first point. Foul was on Mackenzie McDonald, the freshman, her first, team's first, obviously. Up and in, 2 for 2 from the line for Serlenga. And we're still looking for the game's first field goal, 5:27. Here comes the press from Eustace.
Well, you could see early on that this game had a feel for it, that Eustace was going to pressure the perimeter. There you see them, Rob, picking up the press at half court. So really going to try to challenge the young freshman point guard, Bridget Dixon.
McDonald in the corner for Dixon. High arcing shot, leaves that short.
Coach Considine.
Johnson with the rebound, again gets her own miss. Puts that one up and in. Tatiana Johnson ties the game at 2 for Sterling.
Well, we talked about how Tatiana Johnson's definitely going to be challenged down on the low post, and a great job there, just sticking with it, getting her own rebound, putting it right back up, and she's definitely looking early on like she's up for the challenge from Bishop Eustace down on the low post.
Can't be thought about a three, and Weldy with another offensive rebound sets up the triple by Ava Swallow.
Well, they're always going to be open, looking for that open look on the outside. I think you're going to see a lot of bouncing out to the outside when that Sterling defense collapses.
Turnover for Sterling. Just about halfway through this first period. Sterling getting out-rebounded significantly here. I think that's the big story here in the first half of this quarter.
Yeah, Robin, there, Eustace had an opportunity. Sterling got caught up, had 2 girls out on the perimeter, had one down low, wide open, but missed her.
Looks like a lot of the offense, Schulze, going through Ashley Weld, the senior, number 00 for the Crusaders, as a foul and a blocking foul down low. I think they're going to get McDonald. If that's McDonald, that's her second. And it is. And Coach McDonald going to have to go to the bench to get her daughter out of the game with 2 fouls.
There you see in a replay that bounce out to the outside, which again, once they see that Sterling defense collapse down, they're going to look to kick it back out. But Rob, one of the keys to the game was the help defense. You saw it right there on that one drive down the middle of the lane. Help defense came over, forced the ball to the outside, but of course, help defense came over and Eustace was able to draw the foul in the end and get to the free throw line.
2 for 2 for the line for Kempter. And it's a 7-2 Crusader lead. Johnson double team, aggressive defense by this Crusaders team, and they're going to get Johnson on the walk. And Eustace going to go to the bench for the first time. Racabaldo, the junior, going to check into the game, replacing Ava Swallow, who just hit that 3.
Well, they have Johnson defend it, and also, like I said, they're fronting her, so Johnson's probably being challenged as much as she has in any game so far this year.
Good passing, and just through the legs of Ashley Weld, and it's Eustace turning it right back over to Sterling. 3:08 remaining here in the first.
This is quite new because during the JV game, they weren't playing this aggressive defense.
Yeah, here comes the press, and that's the one thing. I mean, she's going to draw the foul, but with that trap, you can't get caught in the corner. You got to break the press through passing. You try to overhandle it, and this Bishop Eustace press is going to eat you up.
Fouls on Kempter, her first, team's third. Three team fouls for the Crusaders, 1 for Sterling. Good hard rebound down low. Weld is going to get a jump ball. Good job there by Jasmine Johnson to get in there and force the turnover, or the change of possession. Franklin, no good. Rebound almost taken away by Johnson. And that's going to be a travel. Late whistle. And head coach John Considine does not like the late whistle.
Well, Rob, down the other end of the floor, you saw the ball go down to Kayla Franklin. Did the right thing, put the ball right up. But, boy, Ashley Weld is definitely a force there in the middle.
30-second timeout, Sterling. Want to get a copy of this event, any event featured here on Channel 19? Hit us up at the information on the screen right there. Just $20 per event, $3 for the mailing.
And Mr. K talked to John Constantine, the Bishop Eustace coach, and he had mentioned how impressed he was with what Bridget Dixon brings to the table from the point guard position, and it makes sense that's why he wants to kind of get Sterling out of a rhythm and putting a lot of pressure initially on the perimeter. Then you saw the press. So really challenge this young point guard.
Lady Knights inbound. Just about 2.5 remaining here in this first quarter. Sterling trailing by 5. Really struggling to get the offense going through this stingy Eustace defense. Johnson on the drive, puts up a shot well off the mark. Rebound over to Serlenga.
And Katie Kempter on the perimeter has a lot of length, long arms, and defends. And you saw Johnson really couldn't even get a pass off of the way she was defending her. Excellent job keeping her feet underneath of her. Really showing good balance out there, staying low.
And Eustace right now as a team is doing a good job blocking that perimeter.
Three-pointer by Kempter is good. Their second field goal, both from beyond the arc, and it's a 10-2 Eustace lead.
Well, you knew that was part of their game plan. Obviously, that's probably about the third or fourth three-pointer they attempted, and they're going to really hurt you if they can get into a rhythm out from 3.
Swatted away by Tatiana Johnson. Good hustle defense. It's going to force a jump ball, and it will stay Eustace basketball with 95 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
There we see inside out. Outstanding ball movement. You know, that's one thing. Even though they hit their first 3 right there, you've seen the great ball movement throughout the first quarter here.
Eustace almost loses the handle. Johnson's going to get called for the push there. That was arms extended on Jasmine Johnson. Easy call there for the official. Her first, team's third.
During the JV game, Sterling found themselves in a lot of foul trouble later on at the end of the game, and it ended up really backfiring for them.
Eustace running their half-court set right now. Good job, good movement away from the ball, but not a bad job of Sterling defending.
Good look down low off the window is no good by Raccabaldo, but the putback is good for Ashley Weld for her first bucket, and it's a 10-point lead with a minute to go.
Well, that's the problem. When the help defense goes over there to the initial girl on the drive, it's going to leave an open area right there, and they were able to get the easy putback.
Johnson, Pelkak, Dixon, Wilsey, and Johnson and Jasmine Johnson on the floor for Sterling. Wilsey, little foul line jumper. It's absolutely nothing with 33 seconds remaining, and an opportunity here for Eustace to hang on for one shot. You can hear Coach Considine say one shot, and that's what they're going to shoot for here. Only bucket of the game coming from Tatiana Johnson, and that's going to be a foul on the aforementioned Tatiana Johnson. Her first, team's fourth. And Sterling going to go to the bench, bring in Jacinia Johnson, one of 3 Johnson sisters on the team.
Rob, Eustace moves so well in their half-court set, and I think the biggest thing is they're all very patient. They're great at seeing the floor, and they are good at not forcing things, just allowing things to happen.
6 seconds remaining. Player goes to the floor, 3 on the way, goes in and out. Sterling, Johnson throws it up, but before she does, she walks. But it's the buzzer sounds, and that's how this quarter is going to end. Sterling, only 1 field goal coming from Tatiana Johnson. And Eustace getting 2 3-pointers as we go to the break. 12-2, Eustace. We're back right after this.
Raina Pelkak, 2022, forward, and Laurel Springs. My favorite pro team is the Sixers because I grew up watching them. My favorite college team is LSU because when I was little I liked their colors. Nothing really, honestly. I kind of just go into the game not really thinking about anything like empty-minded, so I don't stress. My biggest influence was my dad. He helped me a lot, and I don't know, he was just a big influence on me. I want to go to college, and I want to study to be somewhere in the FBI.
One of the starters here for Sterling. Wants to be an FBI agent.
Wow.
Pretty impressive.
That's right.
You don't hear that at Everyday Department. Pelkak into the game now for Sterling. Out of break momentarily. Johnson loses the handle, turned over into the hands of Kempter. And Eustace has really been in control here so far, Schulze.
Yeah, and I think again, the way Eustace is defending, Sterling just has to move quicker with the passes.
Good look down low to find Ashley Weld. What a great pass. And Weld has her second bucket.
And a great job with the pass, but also with Weld just setting her feet and going right back up with 2 defenders right to her left.
Blown defense. Ava Swallow misses the lay-in. Swallow was all alone down low. I don't know how Sterling's defense lost track of her.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things that happens when they bring the ball way out on the perimeter. You open things up, and right now, Eustace in her half-court set has Sterling chasing.
3-pointer from downtown, another one from Katie Kempter. She has 8 points to lead all scorers. And Weld going to pick up the foul, her first, team's fourth.
Kempter right there, the inbound pass. Eustace is so good, Rob, at forcing you to defend the entire floor. I mean, there's a lot of passes without dribbles, a lot of passes where they know where they're going before they get the ball.
Johnson cannot find it. Sterling in need of a bucket. Johnson, again, another opportunity. She's fouled. She'll get to earn it from the line this time around. Two-shot foul on the way for Sterling. Foul's going to go against Ashley Well. That's her second, so a decision time here for John Considine and the Crusaders. First shot is up and good. Makes it a 17-3 game. So let's see what Sterling can take advantage with Ashley Weld out of the game.
And we talked about Sterling needing to play faster. They did it right there, and I think the biggest thing is when you have to play faster with the passing, to be under control when you get that opportunity to take a shot.
17-3 Eustace. Just about 6.5 remaining here in this first half. Crisp offensive set here for real crisp passing there, Schulze, by the Crusaders, and it's going to create at least an opportunity because out of play will still stay Crusader ball.
And Rob, there you see the patience, and Sterling did a decent job covering away from the ball, but ultimately, when you're patient like Eustace is, eventually you're going to get somebody open if you can run a 30, 40-second half-court set.
Timeout, Eustace. 6:07 remaining here in this first half. They hold a 2-touchdown lead here on Sterling. And Sterling only has buckets from Tatiana Johnson. One field goal and one free throw. That's it.
Kind of a little bit like the Haddonfield game the other night where there was no offense in that first quarter. And I think, in a lot of ways, this is like that also where Sterling's got to catch up with the speed of the team they're playing. And, the other day they were able to, obviously Haddonfield pulled away with a win, but play a little bit better in that second half.
See John Considine, head coach of these Crusaders. And his wife is one of the vice principals here at Sterling, was a math teacher.
Yep.
Actually sitting directly to my left here this afternoon. And I asked her who she wanted to win. And she said, I just hope for a good game. And that's the right answer.
Politically correct.
That is
answer.
the right answer. There she is, taking in this afternoon's contest. Make for a very interesting lunchtime conversation at the end of this one. And they're going to go jump ball down low. Ava Swallow, strong to the basket. It will stay Eustace basketball. Exactly 6 minutes remaining. Eustace to inbound. Almost picked off by Johnson. Johnson is going to get, they're going to call a moving screen foul on Ava Swallow. That's her second. So a pair of Crusaders in foul trouble in Weld and Swallow, and Considine going to roll the dice and keep Swallow into the game.
And that's Sterling's best job of defending in the half court so far.
That's going to be a backcourt violation on the errant pass by Jasmine Johnson. Sterling cannot get into rhythm offensively here at all.
Now you have the two Johnson sisters in there. That's going to help you on the defensive end, on the perimeter, and usually when they come into games, they definitely give you energy.
Under 6 to play, just one field goal in the game so far for Sterling. As it looks like Mackenzie McDonald, when her 2 fouls, are going to check in at the next whistle. Coach McDonald rolling the dice here, in need of offense, and that's where you're going to get it from, at least in the games that we've seen so far.
Well, the other thing with these patient half-court sets,
they're going to get Jasmine Johnson again with another foul, her second. So 2 Sterling players in some foul trouble here in this first half, and Jasmine Johnson and Mackenzie McDonald.
Rob, like I said, with the half-court set, they force you to chase, and they can really wear you out on the defensive end of the floor. And that's why I think it's very important to do what Coach McDonald's doing. He's using her bench, getting fresh legs out there.
Telkak checks out. 3 on the way, a long 3, almost dropped there again for Kempter. That was from distance too. He's already hit 2. gonna have to get out on that shot because she's showing that she can shoot really from anywhere.
You have to cover the perimeter. You've got to cover them down on low post, really showing that they're a complete team.
Strong move down low from Mackenzie McDonald, and she's coming off the bench with some fire. She's trying to light this team up. Fouls against Lexi Campy.
You talk about help defense. Mackenzie McDonald gets the ball, is defended, then you see the girl from the perimeter comes off her girl, and Mackenzie McDonald's defended on the ball side and does a good job as a freshman putting herself in position to draw the foul and get to the free throw line.
Wonder where she gets all of that basketball talent from.
Mom and dad.
Yep, just a freshman, class of 2024. 3 on the way from Serlenga is no good, rims out and into the hands of Eustace. Another offensive rebound, this time by Kempter.
Eustace has been finding gaps in Sterling's defense quite easily, and that's something that Sterling's going to have to work on quite in this game overall.
Kempter going to roll off the screen, go down low now, set a couple high screens, and here she is with the ball again, and easily the brightest shoes in the building. Some really, really nice fluorescent green shoes she's got there. You can see those from a mile away. Or is that yellow?
I say yellow.
I'm gonna say green, lime green.
Highlighter.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Highlighter, yeah.
Easily some of the nicest shoes. I've seen some really unique shoes out here from over the last several years, and usually teams used to get all the same shoes so that everybody matched. Now it's kind of a different story. We approach the 3.5-minute mark. Eustace, another patient set there, and no rush. They're just looking for a perfect opportunity here, and they might get one right here. 3 ball on the way is good. Raccabaldo off the bench with a 3.
I'm sorry, John.
And that's what Eustace does. During that JV game, we saw a lot of passing. They just kept I can't say the word right now.
Possessing.
Thank you.
That one. Johnson, her second field goal of the game, and it's the team's second field goal. And it's 20-5, but it's 4th 3 of this half for the Crusaders.
Possessage, and they go for high chance shots.
2:40 remaining. 15-point lead. Blocked by Franklin on the drive by Kempter. Johnson loses the handle, and then she's gonna have to reset as the rest of Sterling comes back. Franklin's no good. Raccabaldo with the rebound.
But a good pass by Johnson to the right spot, Franklin.
Beautiful transition pass from Kempter to find Serlenga for the bucket. Sterling slow getting back on defense.
Yeah, I mean, that's a case. Again, they're really making you run around defensively, and you're worn out, Sterling.
And another turnover here. Here comes Kempter. Kempter one-on-one with Johnson. Lays it up and in. And that's going to force a timeout. It's going to be a full timeout. Sterling, as the Crusaders are on a 24-5 run to start this game. It doesn't take much math to figure that run out, and it's Sterling just needs something offensively, Kevin.
Yeah, just this Eustace team is a complete team. So many different weapons. They have you chasing all over the floor. If you over-defend down on the low post, they'll kick it back out to the outside. There you see them running the fast break against, right now, Rob, we talked about a very tired Sterling team, and that's all due to the way they have to defend that patient half-court set from Eustace.
Speaking of the patient half-court set, here it is. They just keep passing it around to find the open player, and there's Raccabaldo, the junior, for the triple. 3
passes, Rob, 1 dribble. They don't overhandle the ball. They do a great job moving the ball around, finding the open girl, and again, I keep saying it, but I just love the way that they're so patient.
And this is all without Ashley Weld, easily the tallest player on the court, out of the game with 2 fouls.
Yep. Yeah, we saw her early on, Rob. You could see how well she defended Kayla Franklin with the pass down low, seemingly open, and Weld came from out of nowhere. As we look at Coach Kate McDonald, in a different situation than she was the last time here. Had a lot of veterans, obviously, in the the South Jersey Group 2 championship team, but has some younger players, and I think she's enjoying the challenge.
Pelkak leaves a 3 short. Offensive rebound down low by McDonald's, no good. Kempter in there for the rebound, can't hang on to it. Jacinia Johnson with the offensive board, and they're gonna call a foul before the shot on the floor. In a battle for the rebound. I think they're gonna get Serlenga with the foul. They aren't.
Number 15, first foul.
It's a
I
team's.
thought that. I guess the foul was before she went off for the shot. I thought that was going to be a shooting foul.
It's a 1-on-1 situation here. 17 fouls. And the substitution, they brought in Brianna Red, but now because of the 1-on-1, she can't come in just yet. Especially because she's shooting the 1-on-1.
Okay.
Can't really do that.
Why not?
That's why. Sterling 1 of 5 from the free throw line. High arcing shot. How the heck did that go in? Ava Racabaldo off the top of the backboard and in. And not how she designed it.
The sweeping scoop shot.
Wow. Yeah, that's how you know it's your afternoon. Transition bucket is missed by Serlenga, who's checked into the game for the first time. 26-5 as we approach the 1-minute mark of this first half.
It's like the second time that something like how does that happen? With the Haddonfield game, the no-look pass, that was something else. I don't care she said that she didn't mean to do that, but that still takes talent.
Yeah. We talked about how well Weld defended down a low post. There you saw Lexi Campo defending a real good pass to Kayla Franklin, goes up, and Campy's right there.
Eustace in no hurry here with a 21-point lead with 30 seconds remaining, and they have absolutely dominated here this afternoon. Here comes a drive and a foul, and Serlenga drive to the hoop.
And you see the scoop up high. Can't go much higher than that. You're hitting wire.
That's unbelievable.
If you go any higher than that.
Franklin, first foul.
Fouls on Kayla Franklin, her
But yeah.
first, team 6th. As Serlenga hits her first. She's 3 for 3 from the line.
But yet another way, Bishop Eustace can beat you with the fast break.
First free throw missed tonight from the free throw line for Bishop Eustace. Not the only thing that they've done wrong here in this first half. Picked off, telegraphed. Here comes Kempter. Kempter 1-on-1. She's fouled by Franklin. That will be her first. That's a team 7th. But it's a 2-shot foul nonetheless for Katie Kempter, who has 10 points tonight, 2 from 3-point range. Misses her first free throw.
Rob, I like them playing a team like this because there's a lot of teachable moments out there. And I think you saw right there in that half-court set. Against a team that defends like Eustace, you've got to go with ball fakes and no-look passes. If you telegraph them defensively, they're going to be going the other way.
12.4 left. Dixon back in the game for Sterling. Dixon. McDonald, strong move to the hoop, almost gets it to go. She'll go to the line to shoot a pair with 4.5 seconds remaining.
Very impressed with how Mackenzie McDonald uses her body as a freshman, really not afraid to mix it up and play physical down there, and gets herself rewarded with a trip to the free throw line.
Well, she is one of the Sterling's top scorers for a reason.
Having a rough night tonight, or this afternoon rather. Second trip to the free throw line. And she is 1 of 4. 26-8, last chance here for Eustace. They get the shot out. It's going to count if it goes, but it's well short by Serlenga. And that's how the half will end. All Bishop Eustace here in this first half. They're going to take a 28-6 lead into the locker room. You're watching live coverage of Sterling girls basketball on Channel 19. We're back right after this.
Why are you such a loser? Why am I such a loser? No, I'm not a loser. I'm cool. Many people think I am too.
Dude, are you kidding? Pictures. Sean, what are you doing? Go to Redmond's office.
Hey everyone, this is Chip Raytown from Summerdale Baseball and Softball Organization. I'm here to talk about registration today. I know there's snow out on the ground, but before you know it, it's going to be spring and sunny. So if you get a chance, please go to our website at leaguelineup.com/SBSA, sign your daughters and sons up for softball, baseball, and t-ball. At this time, you do not have to pay registration. You just need to fill out the paperwork. We'll take care of registration at a later time. At the end of this month, we're going to do uniform fittings, so we need to get everybody registered ASAP. Come join us, have fun, and let's have a terrific spring season. Thank you.
People are oblivious to the facts and supportive of the fiction. What should you believe? Believe the facts. COVID-19 is a real problem, and here's how you can do your part. Social distancing works. 6 feet apart from everyone. Proper mask placement prevents the virus from getting in and out, and lets you breathe normally. And if you're not near a sink, you can use hand sanitizer to kill the virus before it can keep spreading. But whenever you can, wash your hands. Soap, water, happy birthday. You know the drill. Let's help each other get through this. Stay safe, stay healthy, and go to cdc.gov for more information. This is where we come in. Tech Crew is as important as ever, and these are the people taking on this important job. We do important stuff for live coverages, home and away, recordings for your family, and college scouting. Important stuff, isn't it? But we need people to help with this important stuff. Who might that person be? Why, to make it simple, you! If you're interested, find Mr. K in room 201 to join the Tech Crew today.
loser. He's so annoying.
Looking at the story, you'll know by the story the first few lines. We're talking about that paragraph again in the story.
You know what? I'm done. That's it, Teach. I quit. I'm done. You know what? I'm gonna stay in school.
All Crusaders here on this Saturday afternoon of girls basketball. Glad you joined us here on Channel 19, 28-6. The Crusaders really giving it to Sterling here this afternoon. Kempter leading the way for the Crusaders with 11. Serlenga with 5. Weldy and Roccabaldo with 4. And for Sterling, it's Todd Johnson and Mackenzie McDonald. And it's really been the story of the game as you see the foul trouble there as well. Some players more so for Bishop Eustace than Sterling in foul trouble, but it's really been the three-point shooting of Bishop Eustace that's really been the story of the game, Kevin.
Yeah, and just a complete team. You know, they can hurt you down low. You go down low to defend, they'll kick it back out for the open look from 3, and they have so many different weapons. You couple that, Rob, with their ability to run the half-court sets and be patient, all the things we talked about in this first half, just really had Sterling chasing all over the court. And then when Sterling got worn out, Bishop Eustace was beating him with the fast break with Sterling, kind of slow to get back.
Well, yeah, Kevin, and I think Bishop Eustace just executed what they wanted to do, and Sterling didn't really execute their game plan, execute what they're good at doing at, and I think that's why Bishop Eustace has such a large margin of a lead.
And it's really, like you said, I think you said it best there. When you try and guard the 3, and some of those 3s were from distance too, you got to respect it. And then they beat you down low. Yeah. You saw that last 3-point in that little montage we had there by Kempter was well beyond the arc and absolutely drained it.
Yeah. Well, you get a few 3s. You go out, you defend the perimeter harder. They come down low. Then you come down low with the help defense. Then they'll kick it back out for 3. So they do a great job of working back and forth with those 2 parts of what they're able to do offensively.
Next game is going to be Tuesday against Collingswood, the Panthers. We got a chance to see them a couple days ago. Really gave the boys a good test on the road at Collingswood. And let's see what Sterling has here to open up this second half. They are in need of points in a big way. Tatiana Johnson has the only 2 field goals for Sterling. I want to thank John Hallwood for joining us in the broadcast. He's now on camera duty as Dixon throws up a 3. It's well short. Rebound by Mackenzie McDonald. Her shot's blocked and taken away by Welding.
I think Sterling just has to continue to play hard. Like I said, speed things up a little bit, quicker ball movement, ball fakes, no look passes.
And they're gonna get, looks like Todd Johnson on a foul away from the ball. That's her second, team's first.
Well, and we saw Sterling down big against Haddonfield the last time that they played, and they sort of brought themselves back into it.
And right on cue, Serlenga, she chimes in with a 3-pointer, and she has 8 points. 3 different players hitting from the outside.
Well, they got themselves back into it because of the defense, and I think that Sterling. I said it on the JV broadcast in the first half of the last game. Tatiana Johnson gets that basket to fall. In the first half of the last game, they were too passive. In the second half, they were too aggressive. They have to find a middle ground.
Give credit to Tatiana Johnson. I know she was really defended hard early on, but keeps going to the bucket and really is trying to go a long way to force the offensive issue and get some points for Sterling.
Layup blown down low from Chiampi. I just checked my notes here. It's 4 different players from Eustace have hit 3-pointers tonight, and that's just shows how many weapons they have that can shoot.
Yeah, and that just shows that they're an all-around good team because, as Kevin was saying, you can get the ball. They can get the ball down low. They can work it outside. They have many weapons to beat you with, and that just shows that they're a complete basketball team.
Good hustle by Dixon to keep that one alive. Mackenzie McDonald can't convert, saves it to Todd Johnson. Johnson, she's bumped by Swallow, and she's going to pick up her third foul.
Yeah, you see that shot there. Good spin move there by Tatiana Johnson, doing what she needs to do to get herself the open shot.
Johnson rips it away, and it's the loose ball. They're going to get Todd Johnson again on a foul. That's her third, team second. Take a look at Tori Wilsey. Speaking of phenomenal athletes, Tori Wilsey is unbelievable athlete here, three-sport athlete here at Sterling. Play your cards right. If you're a female athlete, you can get 4 varsity letters this year.
That's right, yeah.
Which is a
split season.
Split season with volleyball being delayed. Todd Johnson, Schulz was ready to.
I was ready. I flinched.
Johnson for 3. It is good. Todd Johnson, all the offense coming through the senior, and Sterling is trying to get back into this one. Todd Johnson has 10.
A rare trip down the floor where she had nobody in her face.
Yeah.
I think she might have been caught off guard a little bit, but a good job of setting the feet and firing away.
Cross-court pass to Campy. Good handles by Kempter, went behind the back there. Deflected away by Franklin, and now Sterling in transition. Wilsey finds Todd Johnson. Todd Johnson, nice little spin move, can't get it to drop, but Wilsey there for the rebound. She can't get it to fall.
And it seems as though Sterling's sort of coming back to life. They got 5 points in the second quarter already. We're midway through. If their defense can continue to play as well as they've been playing, I think that they might have a chance to crawl back into this game.
I think Sterling just needs somebody else to score other than Todd Johnson. Baseline drive, kick back out for 3 on the way. This one's well off the mark, but Bridget Dixon on the floor, and that's going to be a jump ball. She's on the floor there with Kempter. As Serlenga going to check into the, Racabaldo going to check into the game, who had that miracle shot off the top of the backboard that fell in.
And Rob, I know in that Haddonfield game, Sterling need to be more physical in the second half, maybe foul. Don't give girls an easy basket, but I think it's more difficult against Eustace as we look at Kayla Franklin defending, because their ball movement goes a long way in creating a lot of space, and Sterling, again, is just chasing, and Bishop Eustace just knows what to do when they get those open spaces on the floor.
Yeah, and going back to Strauss's point about how Sterling needs somebody else to score, I think it's good that Tatiana Johnson is sort of taking a leadership role here, being one of the seniors on this team, stepping up when the team needs it most.
Number 3, too strong by Salenga. And a hard foul going to the floor hard is Kempter. She has 11 points on the night, and they're going to get Kayla Franklin with her second foul. Team's third. Kempter to the line.
But if you have the opportunity for contact, that's what you want to do. Again, don't give up easy layups. Like I said, they make enough space on the floor for themselves. If you make it difficult for them to go in with a foul, it might affect the next time they come down the lane.
Tell you what, Katie Kempter looks really, really good here tonight. Nice stroke from the free throw line. She's hit a pair of threes as well. She can do it all. Johnson spin move too strong. Franklin battling for the rebound. Eustace comes away with it. And they force a turnover.
When you take a look here, Eustace corrals the rebound, but Tatiana Johnson is able to try and force a turnover. It'll still be Eustace ball here.
33-11, just about 3 minutes remaining here in this third.
Well, we were saying last game about how, when Sterling was down big, they have to win each possession, whether that be defensively or offensively, and I think they have to do that here again.
Long three again, almost dropped for Kempter, and there for the offensive rebound. And putback is Serlenga, who's having herself a nice night with 10 points as well.
You mentioned the rebounding of Eustace. That's something we haven't talked a whole lot about, but I saw it on display right there.
Kempter gets the turnover and then gives it right back to Sterling, trying to find streaking Serlenga down the court, just a little too strong.
Well, a good job of Bridget Dixon picking up Serlenga there, going to the basket. That was one area where Bishop Eustace was able to get some easy layups toward the end of that first half.
There you see Carly Serlenga has her 10 points tonight. 10 of Eustace's 35 points, and it's been all Eustace from the jump here. Sterling just can't find anything going offensively. McDonald, strong move to the hoop. She can't buy a bucket. Now she'll have to earn it from the free throw line. She is getting muscled down there tonight by the Crusaders.
Well, that's the help defense that you've been seeing right from the get-go when the ball goes down in the low post.
When you see there, she draws the double team. Eustace doesn't want to give her an easy basket down low. Knows she can beat single coverage pretty well. And they want to make her earn it from the free throw line.
One of the most impressive freshmen that we've seen in a long time, Kevin.
I agree.
At least from the down low standpoint. Probably since Jordan Wallace. I don't even think Jordan Wallace played her freshman year.
She didn't play her sophomore year. But yeah, the physical part of the game, she's got the skills, but that's usually something that takes very young players time to get acclimated to, but she was able to handle that right from the get-go, right from the first scrimmage that we saw her out here playing.
They're going to get Franklin with... Well, they're going to get an offensive foul for Ava Swallow. That's her fourth, team's third, so Coach Considine going to go to the bench and bring in Sophia Schoenborn, the junior, for the first time. So a break for Sterling here as Ava Swallow exits the game. She had a 3 in the first quarter, but has been a part of this defensive effort here tonight for the Crusaders. Turned right back over. Losing sight of it is Serlenga. Serlenga still puts it up and in. Nice bucket by Allie Serlenga to chime in for her first basket of the night.
And that's a freshman.
Well, that's a great play, even though she controls the ball on the way down, sort of slows herself down so she doesn't run out of bounds and turn it over.
Totally agree with you, Jacob. That's something that is impressive because a young girl getting into the game would just throw that up off bounds, but to be able to compose herself and then put the shot up is something that's good to see from a young player.
See Jasmine Johnson banks one home. 37-14, under a minute to play. Good look. And again, the movement by Bishop Eustace. They've missed a couple open layups here, but they've gotten some real good looks, Kevin.
Yeah, the ball movement is off the charts. I mean, it's as good as we've seen from any team in the last couple of years.
I think it's more so movement without the ball as well.
Yeah.
And that's something that you can really take something from. I'd be interested to see how this Eustace team would match up against a Haddonfield team. I didn't get a chance to see Haddonfield play, but obviously Keegan Douglas is the main focus player there. But it'd be a good matchup.
Well, Rob, movement away from the ball, and also the patience to allow the play to develop.
Franklin from Tatiana Johnson. What a great give and go.
Good pass, good job working down to the post, senses that there's not a defender there. And Johnson being unselfish, drawing a double team and finds Franklin open for the bucket.
2 seconds and 1, and that's how the quarter is going to end. 37-16, a 21-point lead as we head to a quick break.
My favorite pro team is the Lakers because my dad's been a Lakers fan since he was a teenager, so I kind of just... My favorite college team is Duke because they always have like powerhouse players and they're always fun to watch. Pre-game rituals, we're usually on the bus and everything, just playing around, joking, getting the jitters out. People that have been the biggest influence on my game have been my opponents because they always challenge me, and if I don't do well enough in a game, I always have things to look back on, and my coaches as well. After high school, I plan to go to college, hopefully continue my basketball career, and I'm undecided on my major.
Got a great shot there to meet Sterling's leading scorer tonight with 10 points. Tatiana Johnson, the senior.
On cue, right after she makes a real nice pass to Kayla Franklin. And the impressive thing about that is Tatiana Johnson's doing some things offensively, drawing more attention towards herself, recognizes that, knowing that that's going to leave somebody else open, and has a nice dish to Kayla Franklin.
Well, yeah, and she's sort of single-handedly bringing Sterling back, whether it's getting a nice pass, and she's been almost done all of the scoring for Sterling here tonight.
That's what you want from your senior, too. You want that kind of leadership. As she banks one in here, 12th point of the night for Tatiana Johnson. She's scored in every single quarter. Strong move to the hoop.
Yeah, she's just been relentless because, like we said early on, she was really beaten up down in the low post, but hasn't backed off a bit. So really shows there's really a good example for a lot of these younger players.
Well, the turnaround hook shot, nothing but glass. And here comes Sterling in transition. Wilsey looking for Franklin, has it picked off. One thing this Sterling team will not do is they will not quit. And they will play to the final buzzer here. There's no doubt about that. It's going to be tough to get 21 points in this final 6.5 minutes.
And that's always been a trademark of a Kate McDonald coach team.
3 ball from the side pocket, no good. And it will be a jump ball. Stay here on the possession arrow as Raina Pelkak and Jacinia Johnson going to check into the game. Leilani Franklin and Jasmine Johnson going to head back to the bench.
I also think, especially when you have a younger team, when you have Mackenzie McDonald scoring 8 points per game, Bridget Dixon scoring 6 points per game. They're your 2 leading scorers per game. I think that you shouldn't give up because you're a younger team, and you can learn things through losses, even though you can take away some positives. Focus on the negatives and then come back next game and try and be better.
Some would argue that you learn more from losses than you do from wins.
I'd agree with that 100%, and that goes for any sport, because in the win, especially in a team sport, even though you had some mistakes, you sort of push them to the side because you won, so it doesn't affect you there. But in the loss, they're really highlighted.
And how many times do you see somebody, and again, you talked about any sport, a player who's very talented, does well when the team's up by a lot, all of a sudden they're challenged and they back off. They don't battle as much when they're challenged. And that's a trait that, again, you see from Tatiana Johnson and her ability to battle through adversity that you really see from a lot of these Sterling girls. You've seen it over the years, and it's really part, I think, of the Sterling girls basketball culture.
Brianna Red checks into the game, the sophomore. At the 6-minute mark, 40-18 on this Saturday afternoon, and it's a turnover here. And here comes Eustace's Ali Salenga, who lays it up and in. She has 4 points. all in the second half.
It's another thing that Eustace has done well. Is Sterling's made a few mistakes, but Eustace has been able to capitalize on all of them, and Eustace has limited their mistakes to almost none, if there have been any.
And here's almost another turnover. Salenga in there on the defense. Now Salenga, just a freshman. Sterling's got a pair of freshmen on this team as well that are making their impact, and McDonald. And here's Salenga again, right on cue. Salenga all by herself, left-handed layup is good.
But we were impressed with Salenga, the way she finished that offensive opportunity to pass. It was a little high, got herself composed and finished. But boy, she's been outstanding, pounding the perimeter on the defensive end of the floor.
Now Salenga 6 points on the night. And we'll mention Tatiana Johnson and the job that she's done here tonight for Sterling. And a tough night for the Knights, but it's been all Tatiana Johnson. 10 points on the night for her.
There's the only wide open look of any Sterling player so far today. There's that space. That's, you talk about improving your game offensively. The spin move, maybe not normally as far out, but down in the low post, that's one area of her game that she's really improved on over the last couple years.
Check that, 12 points tonight for Tatiana Johnson. The senior has been with this program all 4 years, so we've gotten a chance to watch her grow over the years here at Sterling. First time, obviously, with head coach Kate McDonald. She was with Coach Marchese the first 3 years.
Well, Kevin, you go back to the spin move. I think, if you have good footwork, it helps you be able to finish more at the rim. You see, that's that quick first step, another good footwork.
Jacinia Johnson can't get the drop. Her sister gets the rebound, lays it up and in. Tatiana Johnson really taking over here. 14 of Sterling's 20 points have come from her.
Well, we talked about how strong as a team against a team that defends like Bishop Eustace. You have to play faster, but at the same time under control. Get to the basket faster, pass faster, but when you get to the basket, be under control. And you're really seeing that from Tatiana Johnson, really showing the team how you need to play in this type of situation against this type of team.
Coach Johnson, go ahead.
When we were talking about Keegan Douglas or even Bishop Eustace, they have players that can take over the game, average over 10 points per game. And, Tatiana Johnson, if she can continue to do that, that would be great.
You have to find Sterling TV 19 on Facebook, facebook.com. Just search Sterling TV 19, all the great information and all the stuff that's either student-driven stuff or projects and games, all sorts of great content on the various social media sites. As we approach the 4.5-minute mark here of this fourth quarter, Sterling, tough afternoon offensively. Three-pointer on the way is short. Rebound by who else but Tatiana Johnson. Johnson for her sister in the corner for two. That's no good. Rebound to Salenga.
You saw there, she drew a double team, and left her sister open in the corner. And even though she doesn't make that shot, eventually those wide open threes are gonna have to fall.
Under 4 to play in this one. It's been all Eustace. They are shooting the lights out. They're passing the lights out. And just right on cue there, Schoenborn off the bench, the junior, gets her first bucket of the game. Not an easy shot there from the side of the basket. Junior comes in off the bench. Foul line jumper is good from Jasmine Johnson. She has 4.
You saw Jasmine Johnson right there with a quick step and then back. Kind of created her own little bit of space there for the shot.
Yeah, generated space, and when you have that space around the free throw line, you wouldn't be able to make that shot around 9 out of 10 times.
Eustace in no hurry. They lose track of Ciampi down low, and she converts. 48-22. Baseline drive by Johnson, tiptoeing the baseline. Jasmine Johnson thought about the three, fakes it, and gets it stripped. And here comes Serlenga. Serlenga 2-on-2, and she's going to hold it up. She thought about it, and then she ran right past Coach Considine, and Coach Considine said, hey, let's slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, well, that's what a good point guard does. If it's there, they take it. If not, they know to kind of roll it right back out, set your half-court offense.
Three from Red is short. Rebound to Schoenborn.
Well, especially you want to slow it down when you have this big of a lead. You don't want to, let Sterling even come close to coming back with 2 minutes left to go.
Eustace led 28-6 at the half. And it's really been all Eustace from the opening tip. And it's going to stay Eustace basketball with $1:50 remaining. Pair of substitutions going to check in. Lauren Larada, the sophomore, going to check in for the Crusaders, and Leilani Franklin back into the game for Sterling.
And you saw on that replay how Jasmine Johnson created enough space for herself to get the shot off.
Yeah, just a little quick jab step, pulls the defender, pushes the defender back, comes back, takes the shot.
Well, and that's something impressive, too, to be able to create your own shot.
How's he doing?
Great. Awesome.
Out of the timeout. Here comes that ball movement from Eustace to create the open space and an open look for Raccabaldo. She can't drop the three, but she had a good look. And that's going to be a foul on Campy. It's her third, team's fourth, with under 90 seconds remaining.
You saw the footwork there, too. She tried using her footwork to get a little away from the basket, maybe try and hook that one in. She does right there.
Tatiana Johnson, in a losing effort here tonight, is having one of the best games I've seen her play.
She's just been outstanding. I mean, you saw that nice soft off the glass. Previously, coming down the floor, kind of losing control a little bit, but held on the ball, and that enabled her to draw the foul. Really held on the ball tight, as opposed to getting the ball knocked away and maybe not drawing the foul in that situation.
16 points for Tatiana Johnson tonight.
Well, and she's been attacking the basket. She's been shooting it from outside, as you saw the wide open three that she had on the highlight reel.
Offensive rebound, tries to go up. She's going to try and earn her 17th and 18th point from the line.
Foul number 44, first foul.
Schoenborn on the foul. Team's first, or excuse me, her first, team's fifth, as Todd Johnson to the line. 1 of 2 at the line for Todd Johnson.
And we're going to talk to Tatiana Johnson as this game winds down on the post-game show.
48-25, Eustace is real impressive. Not a team we see all the time, obviously, out of the Colonial.
Yeah.
As they lose sight of Raccabaldo. Raccabaldo has 7.
But a good experience for this young team,
Awesome.
Rob. We talked about it. There's Coach McDonald will look at this in his film, and there's so many teachable moments in here that is going to help this team down the road.
Well, and I think that, every game should be a learning experience, especially when you have a younger team.
And the Crusaders come in a matinee affair, and they double up Sterling 50-25. We're going to get off to a quick break, come back, talk to Tatiana Johnson. You're watching live coverage of Sterling girls basketball right here on Channel 19. We're back right after this.
Okay, kiddies, let's film a commercial. Tech Crew is as important as ever, and these are the people taking on this important job. We do important stuff for live coverages, home and away, recordings for your family, and college scouting. Important stuff, isn't it? But we need people to help with this important stuff. Who might that person be? Why, to make it simple, you! If you're interested, find Mr. K in room 201 to join the Tech Crew today.
People are oblivious to the facts and supportive of the fiction. What should you believe? Believe the facts. COVID-19 is a real problem, and here's how you can do your part. Social distancing works. 6 feet apart from everyone. Proper mask placement prevents the virus from getting in and out, and lets you breathe normally. And if you're not near a sink, you can use hand sanitizer to kill the virus before it can keep spreading. But whenever you can, wash your hands. Soap, water, happy birthday. You know the drill. Let's help each other get through this. Stay safe, stay healthy, and go to cdc.gov for more information.
Hey everyone, this is Chip Raytown from Summerdale Baseball and Softball Organization. I'm here to talk about registration today. I know there's snow out on the ground, but before you know it, it's going to be spring and sunny. So if you get a chance, please go to our website at leaguelineup.com/SBSA, sign your daughters and sons up for softball, baseball, and t-ball. At this time, you do not have to pay registration. You just need to fill out the paperwork. We'll take care of registration at a later time. At the end of this month, we're going to do uniform fittings, so we need to get everybody registered ASAP. Come join us, have fun, and let's have a terrific spring season. Thank you.
And we are back here with our star of the game for Sterling, Tatiana Johnson. Tatiana, we're going to take a look at some of the nice plays you made and the way you attacked the basket. Talk a little bit about what went on here.
I try to be as aggressive as I possibly can. So coming up from middle school into high school, I was a big, so that's kind of how I got into grabbing boards and being aggressive. And both my coaches prior to this season and my coach of this season encouraged me to be as aggressive as I possibly can and to encourage my teammates to do so as well.
And in doing what you're able to do here, do you at the same time realize that being a senior, you've got a very young team, that you're trying to set an example for these young girls how to play against a team that really challenged you guys defensively?
I try my best to keep us, uplifted, but I'm not going to lie. Today was kind of a frustrating day. We came back from a couple losses, so we're just trying to get back into a groove and stay positive and do the best we can.
And is that really, you start to talk about staying positive, is that probably one of your biggest challenges to stay up, especially you being looked at as a senior, as a leader on this team?
Yeah, I even find myself doing the things that you look at someone and you're like, oh, why are they hanging their head? Because sometimes you do get frustrated, but honestly, it's not even me being like, I myself, I'm like, all right, get your head back in the game. But I also have I have my teammates, my sisters, everyone that's on the court, off the court, from the coaches to the managers. Everyone's uplifting everybody, and we're all just trying to get through the game and once again stay positive and do everything we can to win or get better. So today we didn't come out with the win, but each day we look forward to doing better each day, and it starts in practice.
And we talked about you as a leader, as a team. I'm going to focus on what you did individually. Obviously, we saw some of those plays where you attacked the basket, and the one thing I felt was that in the way you attack the basket with those quick spin moves, that's something that you've really developed over the last year and a half and getting quicker at it. Is that something you've really practiced on and honed in on?
You know what? We'll be in practice, and Kate will be like, the coach, Kate will be like, can you just do that move that you did in the game? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I feel like it's kind of something like in the moment you kind of feel who's on you, and to me, I just go wherever there's empty space, if that makes sense at all. Yeah. So I feel like it definitely has come over time, and I've kind of
gotten to better my craft, but it's always about spacing and knowing who's around you.
And Tatiana, obviously a different type of year, and we never know what's ahead with all the COVID things, if we're going to get shut down. And we got to meet you up close a little bit on the nice feature Mr. K had. Now, I'm not sure if we mentioned it in there, are you playing a sport in the spring?
Spring. Did I play a sport in spring?
Are you playing this spring? Are you playing?
I usually would play like softball or something, but I think I'm just going to take the year and just exercise, go to the gym. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So.
And at the time, I know we did that feature. You want to go into college? Is there? Have you narrowed the choice down, or are you closer since we did that to your college choice?
I'm not even gonna lie. I don't really know how the whole the scholarship thing, or like how the whole basketball in college works. I have a couple offers from I have a couple academic scholarships.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to, and I hope that basketball follows that, because I really do want to play basketball in college. But so far, I'm looking to stay close, so anywhere in North Jersey or something, maybe even New York. So.
And speaking of academics, what are you going to major in?
So I want to go into law. I've wanted to go in law since I was 9 years old, and it's always been an iffy topic for me, because I was like, do I really want to go to school for that long? But it's something that I really love, and that's what I want to do.
I can see, you know what? You're very soft-spoken, but I've seen you around your brothers. I see the other side of you around them, and I could definitely seeing you being in a courtroom. I could definitely see that.
I definitely win the arguments.
That's great. That's a great aspiration, and you're a hard worker. You're going to do great in whatever you do.
Thank you.
Tatiana, thanks for coming on with us.
Thank you so much.
Great job in a tough situation out there.
Yeah.
And we'll catch up with you. We could get Coach McDonald. Coach, you want to come on? As she's... I'm sorry to sneak up on you there, Coach. We'll be real quick. I know you're on your way. Yeah, you just have to go right there to the like.
Hi.
Coach, you're
okay? Yeah, I'm okay.
Back for your second run here. If you would move up just a little bit over there to the mic. This is different than our normal interview.
Why can't I be here?
She was like this high, I think, the last time I saw her.
Crazy.
Coach, obviously, you had your a lot of success first time around, culminating in a Group 2 championship. Coming back to a different type of team, and talk about how good it is to have a young lady who's a senior leader in a tough situation playing the way she played out there today.
Yeah, it's just the past is gone, and that was fun and everything, but I'm focused on this year, and I tell Tat and Leilani often, I wish I had more time with them, because they're terrific senior leaders. Nia, when she's able to be back, I know will step in and be a leader, but Tat's really done basically the job of taking the team on her shoulders, as you could see that tonight. And I wish I had it for 3 more years. But
now, obviously, you've got a young team. Does it make it so much better when you're teaching younger players? You have her example of how she was able to handle adversity today.
Yeah, 100%. We're having trouble finding bright spots, and I said let's just keep celebrate our little victories. And today, when we went in the locker room, I told them to celebrate Tot. She had a monster game, and she's just consistently there, consistent role model, consistently positive, and all those kind of things. And we're all a little bit frustrated on the inside, but she's done a very good job of just maintaining that demeanor the whole entire time.
Mr. K's talking in my ear. I can't. Okay. Coach, one last thing. I'll ask you, and we always do this. What's ahead for you guys?
We're one game at a time at this point. We have Haddon Heights coming up next.
Okay.
I think we're very evenly matched, and like I said, we're really looking for victories, and whether it's on the court, off the court, small victories during the games. just to continue to grow and learn and feel good about ourselves. And our goal, I think, this year has really been just to stick together as a team, and I think that they've done a really good job of that through some adversity. You know, and as long as we can keep doing that, I feel like at the end of the day, we can at least, you know, hold our heads up about how we conducted ourselves as a team and as a family.
I agree. I mean, I've seen you guys grow within games and handle adversity and not back down, and to me, that's a big thing when you're looking at a young team playing some very, very good teams. Coach, thanks for coming on with us. Tatiana, thanks. I know, Coach, we got you kind of last minute here, but we appreciate you coming on, and I'm sure we'll get you after a win. Keep plugging away. You guys are going to be in a good spot eventually.
I'm not used to you being this far away.
We weren't used to this. Yeah, this is different. This is different.
But thank you guys for everything you do, for taping all the games and making sure the parents get to see everything. It's definitely much appreciated. You guys do an awesome job.
A lot of fun.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. Have a great weekend. Thanks, Tatiana. And we'll take it back courtside to John and Jacob.
Thank you. TV game here is on Tuesday, February 16th. Sterling takes on Collingswood. 4 p.m. is the JV game. 5:30 is the varsity game. You get to watch it live on Channel 19 and also YouTube.com, Sterling TV 19. Me and Jacob Clark will be there for that JV game, of course. And Collingswood, a division rival of Sterling. What do you think is going to happen there?
Yeah, well, in the varsity game, they gave the boys a little bit of trouble, kept it a close game, and I expect the same for the JV.
Again, JV is at 4:30, varsity is at 5:30, Tuesday, February 16th. And I'd like to thank you, Channel 19, the tech crew, Mr. K, Jacob Clark, Mr. Schulz, Robert Strauss. I'm John Hallwood, and thanks for watching. Good night.